This is the Waiting Podcast by Saoirse Romero and Benoit Chestnut.
On this week's episode 2 of the Weigh-In Podcast, we are going to talk about Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling fight from this weekend, and also a potential matchup set for December, Sean O'Malley versus Malo Vernon 2. The first fight, as many may know, many may not, Malo Vernon won that fight.
And also, as Chito Vera.
Yes, as Chito Vera. And we're also going to talk about this big talk going around Jake Paul versus Canelo Alvarez when Canelo retires. But also on that talk about the Canelo little line of news, Terrence Crawford says he wants to jump 3 weight classes and fight Canelo Alvarez. So let's get it started off with Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley.
Sugar Shane.
As they call him, Sugar Shane, yes. So I think very, very calmly, if we're going to go into about this Sugar Shane, I think that first round could have went either way. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
That first round could have went either way. Sean O'Malley in that second round turned it up, and there's this thing that Joe Rogan was talking about. That loading in Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. He was loading up. He was loading up with that punch, and Conor hit him with the nice right, I believe. Conor hit him with that either his left or right hand, but Conor goes and hits him with a nice hook, and Jose Aldo falls. It was the same thing with Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley came in with his right hand when Aljamain Sterling was loading up, and he caught him. People are saying that maybe, what do you think about the people saying that the ref stopped it early? What do you have to say about that? The ref stopped it early.
No, I think that's wrong because you could see right when Sterling goes give him the right hook, and then Sugar Shane knocked him out. You could see he fell down, and he was destroying him, hitting him on the floor. So that's already a knockout. There's no way it was too early.
I think you got to look at it this way. Ask yourself this: how many of those Sean O'Malley punches while Aljamain Sterling was on the ground landed? And if you can ask yourself that one, and you can tell me the percentage of punches that land should be able to continue to go till he's knocked out, the ref is looking out for the fighter there. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you think the ref is looking out for the fighter?
No, I think you gotta go until you kill the guy.
No, I don't think you go that way, because then that's how you get a fighter hurt. Now, we're going to jump back over to that Sean O'Malley, Aljamain Sterling, where we're supposed to be, and we're going to talk here that let's unpack Malo Vernon versus Sean O'Malley too. Do you think that Sean O'Malley in this time...
Before we do get to that, I want to go back to Sterling and Sean O'Malley. I think the champ Sterling, I think he could have done way better. Because I think he didn't pull his effort.
I mean, yeah, but look at Sterling. Sterling is a ground guy.
I think he was Sean O'Malley did perfect, but I think the champion, he could have done way more.
I know, but you have to understand, Sterling is a ground guy. Sterling is a ground guy, and Sean O'Malley was stopping every last takedown there was. What was there left to do if Sean O'Malley is stopping the takedowns? Sean O'Malley stopped the takedowns. Every takedown attempt that Sterling had, Sean O'Malley stopped it. So what are you saying that he could have done better? If you shoot and shoot and shoot and the guy stops it, you need to go to another offense. You can't keep shooting. It's not working. You need to have a second game plan, a B.
He didn't keep his dukes up and he got knocked out.
Well, he was loading up and he didn't have his dukes up. That is very simple. That is why he got knocked out. But you have to look at what the finish was. He got knocked down and then was TKO'd.
Exactly.
But in any one way, it was the same thing with Jose Aldo McGregor. He loaded up. Jose Aldo loaded up with his hand to punch.
Yes.
And McGregor caught him. You cannot load up. As a fighter, you cannot load up. There is no loading up.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be a thing. You don't load up. I understand you want to get that power shot, but when you load up and get caught, now you're leaving yourself vulnerable. As you said, your dukes are down because you're loading up. You're loading up.
One thing you always have to know is boxing. You always have to take care of your face, because that's where you're gonna get hit. Yes,
like
you
they
can
say,
get hit.
protect yourself at all times.
Yes, you'll get hit in your body, but your face is where you're gonna get knocked out. So you always gotta keep your dukes up. And if you don't, you're gonna go down like everybody else does.
Yeah, but in a sport of UFC, there's a lot you gotta.
That's way different. No, UFC.
You have a lot to watch out for. You're telling a guy to keep his dukes up, but what if you get kicked in your liver? You're gonna sit there. You're gonna squinch up like a chinchilla, and you're gonna do what? You're gonna go down to the ground. And you're gonna say, "Oh, I got kicked."
Because the UFC, you can use everything to fight. Boxing
And if
is
a guy
only
keeps his
fist.
dukes up, what happens when the guy takes him down? He's got to go down. You know, I think
Submission.
yeah, guys can get submitted in any way, shape, or form. I think you just have to look at and say that it's not as simple as keep your dukes up in the sport of UFC. But in the sport of boxing, it's very simple. If you get hit because you're pack loading, you need to keep your hands up. That should have you don't pack load.
Exactly.
You do not pack load. In UFC, they pack load. What happens to them? They get knocked out every time they do it.
Yeah.
They get knocked out every time they do it. And I think that's why you don't do it. But let's unpack this potential matchup between Sean O'Malley, Malo Vernon. I think Sean O'Malley this time, he's got it. He's at his peak. I think he's going to be able to come and get a piece and beat Malo Vernon.
For me, I disagree on that. I think Marabera has what when he birded Sterling. I don't think he got it. But I think the way he's fighting now, I think he could have
Yeah,
a
but what
comeback
happened?
and
Did
beat.
Malo Vernon beat Sterling? Did Malo Vernon beat Sterling?
No, he got knocked out.
Okay.
Let's go see.
Did Malo Vernon beat Sterling?
Marabera's gonna beat.
Did Malo Vernon beat Sterling?
Yeah, but that was him. Now
Okay, who's the champ? Who's
opponent.
the champ? Who's the champ? Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley
He's
will finish.
He's an easy
Malo
opponent.
Vernon. It's
He's
Sean O'Malley.
Easy opponent. He's gonna lose.
Easy opponent. Sean O'Malley is going to finish Malo Vernon.
No.
He is going to finish
Chito
him.
Vela's gonna knock him out.
Yeah, what round? What round?
Round 2.
Round 2, Sean O'Malley's going to finish him. I'm telling you right now.
Way.
No, Sean
It's gonna
O'Malley.
be 2 wins, so Sean's gonna go back there where he
Okay,
came from.
Malo Vernon's a ground guy. What if he can't get his takedowns?
He's gonna stay in.
What if he can't get his takedowns? Sean O'Malley has good takedown
If he
defense.
doesn't knock it out, he's gonna win the points.
What do you also the judges' scorecard? The judges, I'm telling you, we don't even know. The fight's not here yet, but I'm telling you right now, Sean O'Malley is going to defend his belt successfully against Malo Vernon, and he's not going to lose. He's not.
No.
Give me deductive
Vera's
reasoning.
gonna win.
Why you think he's gonna win? Why has he proved himself to be that he's going to win?
He's a better fighter than
He's not even deserving of the title shot. He lost already. He's only getting it because of beef. Because beef. That's it.
Well, the beef's gonna be solved in the ring, and the best man is gonna
What?
win. It's gonna be Chito
Oh
Vela.
my god. Oh my god.
He's gonna knock him
Sean
out.
O'Malley's only giving him the shot because of beef.
And
He
Ecuador's
wants
taking over the
revenge.
country.
You know what? You're sticking with Malo Vernon because he's Ecuadorian, which is nice. That's great. You should always do that.
No, he's
You
gonna
should
win.
always do that. But we're going to look at the fighter here. And he's been knocked out before. He's gone down this road. He couldn't beat Sterling. Sean O'Malley ran through Sterling in that second round, and there is no, he didn't. Sterling pack loaded, Sean O'Malley knocked him out. I'm going to tell you, Malo Vernon's going to pack load, Sean O'Malley is going to knock him out.
No, Marwa's gonna grab his right hooks.
What do you mean he's going to grab his right hooks? He's a ground guy. He's a ground guy.
He does everything.
He does everything. If he does everything, he should have the belt by now. Why doesn't he have the belt? Because what?
He's gonna get the belt
What?
now.
No, that's not what I asked you. Why doesn't he have the belt?
Because he didn't make it.
What do you mean he didn't make it?
Sean O'Malley never made either. He made it now.
No, Sean O'Malley has the belt. This
Now
is
he
his
does.
first title shot, and he won it. So what are you telling
Well,
me?
now he's gonna lose it.
What do you mean he's not going to lose it? Why does Malo Vernon not have a belt?
Because he didn't make it.
Why didn't he make it?
Because he fought a hard opponent.
Who was the opponent?
Sterling.
And what was the result?
Knockout.
Okay, I rest my case. Sean O'Malley's gonna end him.
Oh,
Sean
my God.
O'Malley is going to end him.
No, he's gonna get knocked down in the
Okay.
third round. How
Now, you say second round, now you're saying third round.
Second,
Are you
third.
not confident in your guy?
he's still gonna win no matter what.
No, I don't think you're confident in your guy now.
No,
You're
he's
telling me
not.
that your guy's gonna win, but now you can't even tell
He's
what
gonna knock him
round.
out any round. He's gonna win.
Oh, any round now. I think that it's very simple. It's any round. Sean O'Malley, Sugar Shane is gonna finish him.
No.
Malo Vernon's gonna get knocked out again for the second time. And he will not come back for
He's
a
gonna
title.
take his title and be the champion.
Oh, he's gonna take his title?
Hell yeah.
When he beat my man, Sean O'Malley, the first time, did he knock him out?
Exactly.
Did he knock him out?
He knocked him out.
Yes, he might have knocked him out. Right.
We can put up the fight right here and I can show you.
All right, you
For
don't
the-
gotta
for-
go that
for the
far.
fans to see.
The fans don't need to see.
He's sending his motherfucker ass down. What?
What do you mean? What? You're telling me that this
He
guy's gonna
went
send-
down. He's gonna send him back to the ice cream truck where he belongs.
Oh, he's gonna send him back to the ice cream truck?
Yes, he's Sugar Shane.
Oh, because he's Sugar Shane. He's going to send him back to the ice cream truck.
Yes.
Well, that's okay. We're going to send Malo Vernon back to amateurs. We're going to send Malo Vernon back to amateurs. All right.
I'm going to see the fight. I'm going to win.
All right. Well, we can leave our predictions there, and let's unpack this. Jake Paul versus Canelo. When Canelo is retired, what is your opinion on
I've been
that?
waiting to talk about this shit.
All right. Go ahead. Kick it off since you've been waiting. Just like your guy Malo Vernon, you've been waiting to see him get knocked out.
No, he's going to win.
All
We're
right.
not talking about Jake Paul and Canelo, my people. What I think is, I'm going to give you my side what I think, and I'm going to give you what our boxing gym people think too. My thing is, I think Canelo, Jake Paul, like I said, after he retires, is going to be exhibition. It's going to be just for fun of it. But I think if Canelo really wants to really take Jake Paul out, he could knock Jake Paul out in the first round. But if he wants to give it a good fight so people can love it, he'll give
What
it
do you mean a good fight? And I quote Canelo. He's not on my level. He's not on my level.
to the good 12 rounds.
Jake Paul is not on Canelo's level. You're talking about a guy who has boxed, been pro since the age of 15, and you're talking about a guy that got famous on YouTube and decided to start a boxing career. I'm just telling you right now that Canelo's going to have more experience. I'm not doubting whether you're going to say one guy's a boxer, one guy's not. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to tell you Canelo has more experience. He's been pro since he's 15, and he fought Floyd Money Mayweather. He has more experience. Hands down.
Yes, that's right. And
Go ahead, give that butt. Yeah, you're about to say butt. But what?
But he is gonna. I said he's knocking Jake Paul out in the first round, but he wants to give a good fight to 12 round. Then he's gonna end it because they want a good fight for everybody to see. The end is gonna be Canelo beating Jake Paul and showing Jake Paul that to be a real boxer, he has to stop being a little shit and going back to UFC fighters, and he has to be a real guy.
What everybody needs to see is Canelo running around just like Caleb Plant did when Canelo knocked him out. Jake Paul will run around that ring like Plant did when he got knocked out. Paul is not ready for Canelo.
Jake Paul's gonna put a good fight.
No, Paul is not ready for Canelo. He's not on his level, like Canelo
He's
said.
not, but he's gonna
not
put a
on
good
his
fight.
level.
He's gonna
And
give him
what
that.
do you mean? What
He's
fight
gonna
he's gonna put up?
He's gonna give him that right hook.
Canelo's gonna step back and give him that boom, and that's it. Little Paul's gonna hit the floor. Little Paul's gonna hit the floor.
No, Paul's gonna fight good.
Yeah, Canelo's gonna give him that fake for the punch. He's gonna hit the floor.
He's gonna lose, but
he's
he's gonna
not on
fight
his
good.
level. He's not on his level.
He's gonna win.
Jake Paul has not faced a boxer or any person with the power that Canelo has. Viva Mexico will reign on the day they fight.
And I agree with that. I never said he's not gonna lose.
But you're telling me Jake Paul's gonna stand a chance? He's not on his level.
He has a chance because
He does not have a
Canelo's gonna go
chance.
easy on his ass.
Canelo's not gonna go easy. Canelo's gonna put him out like he is with his big mouth. He's gonna put him down just like he did Caleb Plant.
They both want the money. That's why they're fighting.
No, they're fighting for the reason to shut him up. That Canelo is gonna put Jake Paul down just like he did Caleb Plant.
They're fighting for the money.
There's no money. What does Canelo gain from that fight? Canelo is a rich boxer. What does he gain from that
So
fight?
Jake Paul, he also has a bunch of money.
What does Canelo gain from fighting Jake Paul?
Money.
What do you mean money? We could roughly say here that Canelo is a bigger grossing boxer than Jake Paul.
Yes.
Okay, so then you could agree that Canelo has nothing to gain or lose in that fight.
Yeah, because it's just.
Nothing to gain.
It's not. It's just exhibition. It means nothing.
Okay, but Paul's the one that has something to gain. Look at the situation. Paul beats Canelo. It's never going to happen. I'll never
But
say.
Canelo's retired. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
wins or
Paul
loses.
beats Canelo. He says, "I beat a real boxer. I beat a world champion.
Yeah, but it's
I
not
beat a unified
It's not
champ."
gonna happen. Jake Paul's gonna lose.
Jake Paul's gonna lose. He's gonna get knocked out just like Caleb Plant did against Canelo. He was running around the ring wobbly. That's gonna be Jake Paul.
It will be maybe in the first
No,
round
it's going to be Paul.
or round 12.
No,
They're
Paul
gonna give him a
King
good
is not
fight.
on the. Paul has never faced anybody with the power that Canelo has. Viva Mexico will reign on that day.
They're still gonna fight good.
It doesn't matter. I'm still telling you whether they fight good or not. Canelo is going to beat him.
Yes, Canelo's gonna.
He's going to knock him out.
But anything
He's gonna ruin his career.
Anything can happen in the love of boxing.
Okay. Well, then, if you think anything can happen in the love of boxing, let's unpack that Crawford versus Canelo if he beats Jamel. What do you have to say about that?
Crawford and Canelo?
Right.
Crawford the fish or Canelo the Mexican?
That's right. They call Crawford the crawfish.
Let me see. So the
Terrence Crawford is his name.
We already talked about him in Spence, but I think he fought good there, and Canelo fought good with him. But when it comes to Canelo, to a guy moving 3 weights,
He's going up 3 weight classes.
I think Canelo's gonna kill him. Because Canelo's staying in his weight. The other guy's gonna move.
You have
3
to look
weights.
at the situation. The guy's gonna go up, gain all that weight, and thinks he's going to be Canelo and become the unified champ. I will say, Terrence Crawford is a great boxer, but when you come against Canelo, he is a.
Against Canelo, Canelo's gonna destroy him.
Canelo
has a harder right hook, and
it's not even gonna be a match. It's not even gonna be a match. Terrence Crawford's going up 3 weight classes. He's not going to feel the same. He's not going to have the same power. You're going up 3 weight classes. 3. You're not going to feel the same. You're gaining a lot of weight to go fight a guy that is very good at his weight. He has unified the belts.
I think that's a fight to watch. Other than Jake Paul Canelo, I think
Paul Canelo is honestly is not a fight to see.
I want to see Crawford.
Terrence
and Canelo.
Crawford versus Canelo. Viva
Does
Mexico will reign on that day.
That means
Terrence
something.
Crawford is biting off more than he can chew. He cannot go. It's the same thing they said when Canelo fought Bebo. He was biting off more than he could chew. Terrence Crawford is biting off more than he can chew by wanting to fight Canelo. I'm telling you, he is. He is.
I think it's going to be a great fight.
I'm not saying it's not
Canelo's
going to
going to
be
beat
a
him, but it's going to be a good fight.
Canelo,
he's going to put up a fight.
Thank you. I agree with what you said. Canelo is going to beat Terrence Crawford. Canelo is going
Crawford is going to fight hard, but he's not going to. He doesn't have.
Yeah, but no matter how hard you fight, Canelo's going to come in there and get warmed up, and now that's the problem. This is the thing.
I know Crawford has the power.
Let's talk this.
Canelo.
Caleb Plant said he was going to beat Canelo. Jamel was saying, "Oh, Plant's going to win the fight in the epilogues. Plant's going to win the fight." But what did Plant do? He tried to hit Canelo on that stage, and he woke him up. If Terrence Crawford attempts to even come near to hit Canelo, he's going to wake him up and he's going to get knocked out. That's it. When you wake Canelo up, you're not ready for what you wake him up for. He brings all of that, all his power against you. He fights focused. A fighter who is fixed to his fight is a fighter who wants to win nothing more than anything because he's fixed. He's training. He's focusing on nothing more than that opponent in front of him. You could agree.
Exactly. We also have to go from one that's gonna keep beating something, one that's gonna retire.
That doesn't matter. Canelo's still going to take Terrence Crawford out. He is going to bring the cage and catch that crawfish and cook it in a god. Well, he's going to cook it in God's oven. He is going to cook that fish.
Whoever likes crawfish, let us know.
He's going to cook that crawfish in the oven. He is going to cook the crawfish. He's going to sizzle it up as Terrence Crawford will not be able to match against Canelo.
He's going to put some picante in the crawfish.
You know what he's going to say? He said he's going to tear it up like, what is it?
Mexican pizza?
No, we're going to tear it up like
a taco picante.
We're going to tear it up like a Mexican taco with picante. Now, when we bring that up in the different cultures, as Sebastian will explain as an Ecuadorian and me as a Haitian, every culture cooks things differently. So the way my family cooks a taco might not be the same way your family cooks a taco versus any other culture. Everybody in their culture has a taco. It is, meat with lettuce, tomatoes.
Like a burger.
And like a burrito. Everybody in a culture makes a burrito. Everybody makes a burrito. But what I'm saying here is he is going to chop that burrito up with some picante and tear up Terrence Crawford with the crawfish cooked in that burrito.
But before that happens, we're going to see the fight with
Canelo versus Jamel.
The talk shitter who loves talking shit.
Jamel.
Yes.
We're going to see with Jamel. And I think that I'm with Canelo here. Canelo is going to take Jamel, and he's going to he is going to cook him like his friend Caleb Plant. He's going to cook him like Plant. But you can't even really call them friends because if we recall, Caleb Plant smacked him after the Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford fight. He smacked him, so you can't even say they're friends, but I will tell you this, Canelo is going to cook Jamel. He is going to cook him with a little bit of picante.
I think Jamel he could do the talking, but he can't do the
Yeah, but you could talk the talk, but you gotta walk the walk.
Canelo could do the talk
like
and
it says,
fight.
if it talks like a chicken, if it walks like a chicken and it talks like a chicken, what is it? It's a chicken. And that's what Jamel is, a chicken. He's going in there saying he can beat Canelo, getting himself in on what he can do, but he himself does not know the power of Canelo. He doesn't know. You could go in there and talk all the stuff you want, but if you don't know the guy you're facing, the power you're going up against, you can't prepare for that. You can't. You can.
Canelo's a beast. Nobody could kill that guy. Or knock him out.
No. But you have to say he did, you tailor back that even when he fought Floyd Money Mayweather wasn't knock him down, knock him out. No, even Mayweather had a problem with Canelo. Although he won the fight, even Canelo is a strong guy that brings the fight to you. He's a guy that when you bring up his family and you try to hit him, well, Caleb Plant will tell you what happened with that one. He finished him. The same thing, if Terrence Crawford tries to fight Canelo, I'm going to tell you right now, he is going to cook him like a taco with some picante. And he is going to finish him. The crawfish is going to be caged, caught, and cooked.
Exactly.
He's going to catch it, cook it, and beat it.
Yes.
That is why I think a potential matchup with Crawford Canelo is not. It shouldn't be in Crawford's favor. It's a mega fight. It's a big fight. But I will always stand by Canelo. I will always stand by Canelo. I think Canelo is a great boxer for what he does. Very focused into what he does. And I think no matter what, somebody comes at Canelo, they must be ready. You have to be ready for Canelo.
And talking about that, I know it's not a thing yet, but who I want to see Canelo really fight, that I want him to get his revenge that Canelo won.
It's that Devo.
Yeah, I want Canelo to move up weight class because he lost last time with him in the split decision. But Canelo did say he wants to fight him again, but now it's not happening. But I do want that because I want Canelo to destroy
so you want
him.
Canelo to get revenge?
Yeah, I want him to win.
So you can agree
because he already lost.
Okay, so you can agree that Sean O'Malley deserves to get his revenge on Marlon Vernon.
No, him no.
Oh, but now you don't agree. What's going on there?
That's the difference. Canelo's way better than Sean O'Malley.
You know what? Let's stick to Canelo then if you're not going to agree with me there. Canelo does deserve his revenge against Bivol. He does deserve his revenge against Bivol.
We need that fight. That would be the best fight ever.
So let's unpack this. If it's not Canelo, Jake Paul. If you're Paul, who do you fight next?
If I'm Jake Paul, who do I fight next?
Who do you fight next if you're Jake Paul?
I'm thinking.
If you're Paul, who do you fight next?
Me with the Canelo thing, I think it's crazy that that's happening. But a real fight, take Canelo off. And if I was Jake Paul, I don't think I'll go back to boxers in his weight class. Or as, I don't know, I'm thinking another.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now,
I
want him to get a piece of KSI. We're going to cook him like the
Jake
taco,
Paul.
And we're going to put some picante on
Jake
it.
Paul versus Crawford.
Jake Paul versus Crawford? Are you serious? Jake Paul cannot handle Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's precision that he has, Paul is not ready for that. He's on another level.
Jake Paul versus Salt Poppy, that's what I want to see.
Well, I don't think Salt Poppy's on Jake Paul's level. You have to talk about Salt Poppy does not have the resume Paul has.
Jake Paul against Logan Paul, his brother. That's a good fight.
You really shouldn't put two brothers in the ring against each other. But let's bring it over about Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. What do you think about that going on?
And KSI Tommy Fury.
KSI Tommy Fury. Well, let's unpack that while it's being brought up. Let's unpack it.
All right, for Logan Paul and what's the other guy's name?
Dylan Dennis.
All right, Dylan Dennis. For that fight, I think it's gonna be really good. I think Logan Paul has the. I think they're both good fighters. They both have a bunch of power. Since Logan Paul is coming back to boxing, I think it's gonna be harder to him to fight a guy who keeps fighting a lot. But I think if he
but he never stopped training. He never stopped training.
But that's why
he still trains in the Problem Child Gym in Puerto Rico. He never stopped. So, what does that show about the guy?
That's why it's good. That's why I think it's gonna be a little bit hard. But I think when they both fight, I think let's say it's gonna be 12 rounds or how many rounds? I think Logan Paul. I think my final decision will be round 7. Logan Paul knocks him out.
I think I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go back to the statement that we made before. I think Logan Paul cooks Dennis like a taco with a little bit of picante.
I think Dylan Dennis wouldn't knock Logan Paul down.
No. Paul is going to cook him like a taco.
But Paul's still going to win at the end.
I think it's due in order, but let's go about this. KSI, Tommy Fury.
Oh, that's easy. Tommy Fury is going to destroy
KSI.
KSI.
Tommy Fury is going to cook KSI.
KSI is not good enough.
Yeah, but this says the same thing. Why KSI wouldn't fight Jake Paul? Why won't he fight Jake Paul?
He's afraid of him.
What? Yeah. Was Jake Paul afraid of Tommy Fury? No. Jake Paul wanted him, and Jake Paul lost.
And that fight was rigged. Jake Paul deserved to win.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so.
I think that was
Look
rigged.
at Tommy Fury. He jabbed his way through the fight.
He also was fighting. Right, so I think Tommy Fury is going to knock him out round 1 because I don't think.
Okay, if you're KSI and you're going to lose to Tommy Fury, when you do, who do you fight next? Jake Paul.
Yes, KSI has to fight.
If he runs from Jake Paul one more time, you know what he is? He's a big baby. And what do they say in boxing gyms? It's a boxing gym.
Stop being a little bitch.
Yeah, they do say that. But you cannot be a baby. Mm-hmm. You can't go tell somebody, oh, you can't beat me, you can't do this. You talk all that mess about somebody, and when they send you the contract, you don't want to even put your name down. Well,
if you want to talk,
and let's not forget,
fight.
Paul was giving him everything he wanted.
Exactly.
Paul wanted he wanted to fight in his home city. Paul was giving him that. He wanted what was it, like a 10-ounce ring or something like that. Paul was giving KSI everything he wanted, and KSI didn't even want to take the fight.
Yes.
So you take yourself to say, if a guy is making that much effort to give the other opponent everything he wants and still wants to fight, who's the one running now? KSI.
He needs to face up and fight Jake Paul.
He needs to
stop being a little baby so Jake Paul could just knock him out and end.
Okay, yeah. Jake Paul, I'm going to say the same thing like I said with Canelo. Jake Paul is going to cook that taco with a little bit of picante.
That's some toilet sauce.
That's got to be that. I guess that's my new quote now. You're going to cook the taco with picante. But you have to look at that and say that Paul is a notable opponent for him. He's a notable opponent.
For that, yes. That would be a good fight.
It would. It would be an amazing fight. But you stand to look at it this way. You know, you're calling out guys, you want to fight, you know. Don't call out a guy if you're not going to fight. I understand you do it for most people may do it for the publicity.
Exactly.
But you're going to call out a guy. The way I see it, you're going to call me out. You better very well bring the pen and the damn paper and put your name down, because I will not stand and you talk about me, and then when it comes to putting your name on the paper, you don't want to do it.
You got to put it on.
You got to put it on.
You got to fight. This fight
You
was
got
hard,
to
right?
fight.
You got to fight.
You've got to fight. You have to. You know, there are times you say you have to do it. And it's one of those things where you can't call out a guy, and then when he comes to send you something, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. Why?
Because you can.
Get in there and box the guy. You're not going to at least fight him. Set up a sparring session. Set up a spar.
That's how you solve problems. So back to Jake Paul and KSI. That would be a great fight if it happens. If KSI starts being a little baby, so Jake Paul could knock his feet and make him suffer. That would be a good fight. They're both gonna fight hard, but Jake Paul's gonna give him that right hook and take him down.
All right. Well, let's bring in the big potential spectrum that we're going to sit here, as we say, you know, our shirts say El Hurrican, as we're speaking here. But let's go in and say this, you know, as we're going to go through. Angelino Cordoba is going to fight, or maybe at some point may get his world title shot against Martinez. Do you think that Martinez can handle Cordoba? I'm going to tell you, no, he cannot. Angelino is a powerful boxer, and I'm telling you, these guys are underestimating him. And you cannot underestimate a guy of such caliber like Angelino.
No, I think Angelino Cordoba, he's a unique fighter. He never gets tired, and when you think he's tired, he runs up to you to fight you. I think Martinez doesn't have all the energy that Angelino has. Angelino has a Venezuelan boxer from the United States boxer. He's here. I think he's excited for it. He has power. He's young. He has more stuff than Martinez. Martinez doesn't have what it takes to fight Angelino. Angelino's gonna tear him up like a Mexican taco.
Wait, with the picante. With the picante. Hey, Angelino
Martinez
is going to tear up Martinez like a little taco with picante.
Martinez doesn't have what it takes to verse.
No, Martinez unfortunately does not have the chefing
Martinez is gonna lose his belt to Angelino.
He's going to, yeah. It's going down.
Angelino Cordoba is gonna win. And we're gonna be there for him because Team Cordoba all the way.
Yes, all the way. Well, I think we've come to our very end. You know, every time we wear a shirt, we're gonna try to at least talk about what's on the shirt and a good experience on the shirt. And this week, the shirt was Angelino Cordoba, the Venezuelan boxer that boxes in our gym of Park Elite Boxing Academy.
And before we do end this, I do want to, for anybody who does want to start boxing or anything, I want to shout out Park Elite Boxing Academy. It's a great boxing place, and we box there. And if you want to know where it is, it's in Rose Park, New Jersey. And you could come to this boxing gym. The owner's Percy. He's Filipino. He's such a great guy. Tom, we send you. And I think this boxing gym I think this boxing gym has pictures of everything. It's better than any boxing gym in the world. Every time I go there, it's like my second home. It's family friendly, and everybody's my family there. And I think if you want to go boxing, look up Park Elite Boxing Academy in Wikipedia or wherever you want to look it up. And come to it and join it. And then you can meet us.
Yes, Park Elite is a great gym. I think we're going to go into this therapeutic here for some of our other athletes that may be tuning in. If you want to do something, you really do want to do something, it's not that it's impossible. There is a way for something to always be done. It's a matter of the road and the journey.
Yes.
Not all roads are going to be easy. Every road is not going to be paved, clear coat. It's not.
Just work hard and you can achieve your goals.
You can achieve your goals with hard work. If you surround yourself with the best team. What I mean is, if you're an athlete in whatever sport it is, and your coaches are telling you you're not good enough, you might need to change coaches.
I think whatever you do, like my point, I always wanted to do 12 rounds in a heavy bag. I couldn't do it. I kept going every day, 4 for 4. Finally, this Friday, I did 12 back-to-back. I was sweaty. I drank water. And all I know is, like I tell everybody in the gym, if you want to do something, keep working hard. Don't quit. Keep going. You'll achieve your goal. Because it did it for me, and I'm happy.
Yeah,
I feel like
you
anybody
could tailor that to say that you had good trainers.
Yes.
You had supportive trainers.
I have trainers that help me go all the way.
If an athlete doesn't have a supportive trainer, what can they do? They've got to change trainers.
They also got to be positive themselves.
They got to be yeah, but you look at it this way, where a situation just like this, coach doesn't like the athlete at all. refuses to put them on varsity and
Yeah.
says you'll never be good, they have to change coaches.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at a school, maybe you need to have a conversation with your parents that this is the harsh reality.
Find a coach or trainer that wants to help you.
Join a club.
Exactly.
Join the club. Be the star of the club. Get yourself better. So maybe the next time you go back to that coach, he says to himself, I've made a mistake.
Exactly.
And when the coach can notice the mistakes he's made, that will help you notice as an athlete to move forward from whatever things you might have gone through from that coach, from those situations, and from that whole incident.
Exactly.
It may not always be an incident, but from whatever happens.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has experiences with coaches, but I can't say that I've been blessed with having all amazing coaches. I've never had a bad coach. But there are other people maybe out there in America that might have a coach that's telling them, you're never going to get there. You're never going to be able to do this. You know, like you're hearing sometimes some people, you're too old for this. You're too young for that. You know, you can get to where you need to be.
Exactly.
You put the hard work in, you focus yourself, you surround yourself with the best people, the best team, you do all the right choices, it will get you to where you want to be.
Exactly. For any grown-ups, kids, anyone watching, never give up. Even though times are hard, keep reaching your goals. Never give up. And if you want to give up, just keep hitting and make your way. And you're gonna achieve your goal. And then after you achieve it, you keep going higher and higher. And you're gonna feel better. Just one thing you have to learn: never give up. You got this.
That you always got it. And we're not saying this in a boxing sense. We're saying this to all athletes in all aspects of life.
Real life, yes. Exactly.
That you got this.
Yes.
That the Weigh In podcast staff is telling you, you've got
We
this.
support you. We love you.
You can always hit us up on social media and ask us questions. Between me and him, have been through things ourselves. I was a competing athlete through high school and college, and he was a non-competing athlete, now competing boxer.
Exactly.
Not boxing and sparring and fighting, but he is a boxer. He is now an athlete that is continuing with losing weight, with going through with everything he's doing. And you can always hit us up because we always can either give you the experience or maybe connect you with somebody that might have that answer for you. Through our timeline, we found out that we sometimes have answers to a lot of this stuff, and don't feel afraid to ask us a question. We'll always help you. We'll always give you inspiration. We'll always be motivational. And with that, we give you all episode 2 of the Weigh In podcast. As we're going to sign off here, if you haven't already watched episode 1, well, you're getting behind. You need to step in line, get up to the screens, and click away and start watching the Weigh In podcast, because you're gonna miss this ride, this journey. As we get bigger and better, it will be a journey that you do not want to miss as the Weigh In gets on with episode 2 of the Weigh In podcast.
Yes.
As we are going to sign off, we're going to do some of the same things we did last time.
Also, watch this video so you can be ready for when we post next.
As you all know, we're going to be posting every Tuesday. So you can tune in Tuesday at 7 p.m. You will know that the Weigh In podcast will be coming out with a new video. And please don't hesitate to hit us up. We're always answering social media.
Give us likes, comments, subscribe.
We're always answering.
We're always here for you.
You know, I'm not gonna say we're always like on our phones, but we are always there to answer. You know, if you don't, you can always email us. You know, we have our Instagram, we have our Twitter, we have our TikTok. There's always going to be ways to reach out to the Weigh In, whether it may be, you know, I'm an athlete and I don't know whether my coach is bad or not. We can weigh in on it, and we will obviously give you our opinions, but we will always tell you this. We are not therapeutic health professionals in no way, shape, or form. We're just providing you our knowledge that we have to you, so you can then take that and maybe help you through your life. And maybe just because you say, Well, these are weigh-in guys. They're boxing guys. They were wrestlers. Trust me, if it's on ESPN, we watch it. There is no discrimination between me and you when it comes to sports. We were watching softball the other day. It was a rerun game of softball we were watching. We watched the Olympics. We can probably explain a moment or a lot. I played a little bit of baseball, I know. We could always try to break something down or help you understand something if that's what you may need. But hit us up, we'll answer.
And if you do want to hit us up, in the description below we'll have our emails, our social medias. Follow us and we'll answer you guys when we'll get back to you.
We'll always try to get back to you the quickest.
Exactly.
But let's sign it off. This is the Weigh In Podcast.
Sylvester Romero.
And by Benoit, let's do this. That
love
is
you.
episode 2.